there, ghouls and gals. Welcome to another episode of Brewed and Bitten. I'm Blair.
And I'm Rose.
On today's episode, find out what goes on in the day-to-day lives of a witch and a vampire.
Struggles included.
Yes, the full, uncut version. We're gonna reveal everything.
Well, maybe not everything.
Okay, fine. We'll keep it kosher, I guess.
You said you'd take full responsibility for whatever happens on the show.
I did?
Mm-hmm. On the last episode.
Oh yeah, I totally did.
But it's not me I'm worried about.
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm always on my best behavior.
We'll see about that. In any case, welcome back, our dear listeners. Last time, we became acquainted with each other, so for this episode, we're going one step further and letting you in on what it's like to exist as a supernatural in a human world.
Yes, we did touch upon that a little bit in the last episode, but tonight, you're gonna get all the juicy details. Ugh, I'm so excited for this.
You're extra hyper today. How many boba teas did you have?
Just one, I swear.
Really?
Okay, maybe 3?
You had 3 bobas in one day.
What? I was thirsty.
Just don't crash during recording, okay? I don't want to have to babysit you on air.
You got it, Cap.
Right. Okay, moving on. So, a question that we often get as supernaturals is, what do we actually go about doing on our day-to-day affairs?
Yeah, I actually really love this question because it's the perfect chance for us to dispel any misconceptions or weird rumors about being a supernatural. Newsflash, we are people just like you.
If you don't mind, I'd actually like to answer first.
Ooh? Well, go right ahead. We're all ears.
All right, so here's how it goes. My alarm goes off at 6:30, but I stay in bed till 7. That's 7 a.m., mind you.
Yeah, so fun fact, vampires aren't actually nocturnal.
Correct. We just seem like it because we don't actually need any sleep. And the whole thing about sunlight burning our skin, that's a load of malarkey. Most of us prefer the dark, but a little tan's not gonna kill us. Not that tanning is actually possible for pale vampires like me.
Right. So you don't actually have a sleep schedule. The alarm's more like a reminder for you to get up and go.
Yeah.
So what do you do until then?
Well, I'll get to that in a bit. Let's keep it chronological.
Sorry, of course. Go ahead.
So 7 a.m., I get up and I do my morning yoga. That takes about 20 minutes or so.
You do yoga? I didn't know that.
Yes, I do. Why do you look so surprised?
I don't know. I just never thought you'd be into that.
And why wouldn't I be into that?
Oh, I didn't mean it in a bad way. It's just, this is kind of like learning that Ginny's into collecting shrunken heads or something.
Maybe she does. You never know.
That's true. Hey, Ginny, if you actually collect shrunken heads, that is friggin' awesome, and you gotta show me your collection.
We can ask her about it when we have her on here.
Yeah, remind me to do that. Okay, so what comes after yoga?
So after yoga, I make a smoothie with some blueberries, kale, bananas, and vegan plasma.
Plasma? As in plasma and blood?
Yes. I try not to drink regular blood in the morning because it makes me groggy. Plasma is so much lighter, and it blends perfectly with the other ingredients and gives the smoothie a very fresh aftertaste.
That is so cool. So I know a quart of blood is considered 1 serving. Is that still too heavy for you? I mean, I didn't realize blood could be so calorie-dense.
You'd be surprised, yeah. Drinking a quart of blood for breakfast is like eating a full English.
Oh, that's a pretty damn good meal then. For our American listeners, a full English is a breakfast platter with bacon, sausages, eggs, baked beans, and, what else?
Fried tomatoes.
Yes, fried tomatoes. And I think mushrooms too? Anyway, you get the picture. It's a pretty big breakfast. Man, now I'm craving bacon.
Yeah, I don't need that much blood anyway. A half liter a day is more than sufficient.
Gotcha. Wow, I'm learning so much today.
So after I have my smoothie, I shower and then proceed with my 7-step skincare routine.
Ooh, yes. I've been waiting for this.
So first, I wash my face with a charcoal-infused moon gel. This draws out the impurities that have accumulated from the night before.
Uh-huh.
Next, I apply a hydrating facial mist made from pure, dark rose water.
Oh, I actually use that too. Red Glow more?
No, I switched over to Noctura recently. Red Glow's nice and all, but it doesn't give my skin the same kind of immaculate shine that Noctura does. Hashtag not an ad.
Maybe I should look into it.
You should. Anyway, step 3, I put on some essence. Nothing fancy, just your run-of-the-mill revitalizing essence to put the life back into what is essentially lifeless skin. Then I put on some anti-sun serum, which, if you're a vampire and don't have one, you are incorrect. Just because the sun doesn't burn you doesn't mean it doesn't dry up your skin. And vampire skin is very susceptible to dehydration.
What happens if you don't put on any serum? Do you shrivel up like a raisin in the sun?
No, the effects aren't that extreme. A vampire with dry skin would still look good on the surface, but they won't feel comfortable at all. It starts to feel almost heavy, like an extra layer of padded clothing.
Oh, wow. So it's like you become hyper-aware of the fact that you have skin.
Yeah, it's really unpleasant. Never downplay the benefits of anti-sun serum. It's a must for vampires.
Okay, so that was step 4. What's step 5?
Step 5 is an epidermic potion of my own creation.
Ooh, you brewed your own skincare elixir?
Yes, but it's not meant to be ingested. It's a thick, viscous stuff, like lotion, that you just spread on your skin.
What does it do exactly?
It's basically an essence, just packed with more, let's say, vitamins. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. What's step 6?
Moisturizer. I use Dead Cool. It's the only brand that seems to agree with my skin. And then I put on a face mask for 10 minutes.
So that's the 7 steps. Now we know.
Yes, now you know. But just as a caveat, this routine is what works for me. I can't say the same for others, especially non-vampiric folks.
Still, we love that you shared. So what's next after that?
I do my hair, and then I go to work. Usually I take the subway, but if I'm in a rush, I'll call an Uber with tinted windows. Around 9:45, I'm at my desk, and I start work at 10 a.m. sharp.
You ever late?
Very rarely. I pride myself on being punctual, unlike a certain witch I know.
Hey, I heard that. And just because I clock in at 10:30 a.m. doesn't mean I'm chronically late for everything.
Sure.
You don't believe me. Look, I'm good with deadlines. I'm just not a morning person.
Who really is a morning person anyway?
Insane people, that's who. God, I wish I could run on just 2 hours of sleep a day.
No, you don't.
But I really do. Think about all the time I can spend on not sleeping. That's like 5 extra potions that I can brew after work.
I think you should savor the fact that you can still sleep. I've forgotten what it's like to wake up feeling well-rested.
Well, if you put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I get it. But I still wish I could get more stuff done at night. It's like the only part of the day when I actually have free time.
You do need to rest, though.
Bleh, I guess. Anyway, speaking of nighttime, what happens after you clock out?
So I usually get off around 7 or 7:30, and then I go straight to my jiu-jitsu class.
Rose is actually a brown belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. She can seriously kick some butt.
I just do it to stay in shape. It's great exercise. You want to know something funny, though?
What?
I always get paired up with folks twice my size for sparring.
Well, I'm not surprised. You're like really friggin' strong.
Yup. If there's one thing the movies got right, it's vampire super strength.
I've actually seen you bend a crowbar in half. That was nuts.
Not my most graceful moment, but I had to silence the naysayers.
Yeah, so it was a dumb bet the guys made one time at was it Halloween?
Yeah, it was Halloween of 2023 at the after party.
Yes, so I can't remember who it was, but $100 was being offered to anyone strong enough to bend the crowbar. I have no idea where the crowbar even came from, but I remember it was a pretty hefty thing.
Long story short, I got free money and bruised some egos in the process.
Yeah, a lot of guys were like, oh, there's no way she can do it. And then boom, you made pretzel out of the damn thing.
That was probably more attention than I would have cared for under any other circumstances. But I was drunk.
How about an encore for Christmas?
Nope, never again.
If you say so.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Nothing. What?
Don't you start getting any funny ideas now, doll. I have quite a particular brand of dealing with jokesters, and it's not exactly wholesome.
Oh, God, don't threaten me with a good time now.
Okay, so evenings. Yes. After jujitsu, I get home and shower and whip up a blood protein shake, which usually ends up being my last meal of the day. But on nights when I have cravings, I may indulge in a blood orange bonbon. 2, if I'm feeling a bit naughty.
Those are so good. And for the record, it's just blood orange the fruit, not actual blood. That's why I can have it too.
Blair eats the whole box in one sitting. It's pretty impressive, actually.
I'm trying to have a bit more self-control these days, but they really are that good. In fact, I might have some lying around here.
Maybe have them later, You have enough boba tea coursing through your veins to give you diabetes thrice over.
Rude! But fine, the bonbons can wait. Tell us about the rest of your evening.
So after dinner, I get a bit of reading done. I read for about 2 to 3 hours, uninterrupted. And then I meditate for another 2 hours or so.
Wow. Does it help?
I do find it relaxing. It helps me enjoy sleeping more.
So you do sleep?
Yes, but it's really more out of habit above all else. I do technically fall asleep, but my energy levels aren't affected by sleep quality. It's the blood intake that counts.
Aha.
Yeah. So 2 hours of meditation, and then, before I go to bed, I apply an overnight mask. Then, it's lights out.
So that's 5 hours of additional activity before sleep. And after a jujitsu session at that.
I like to keep busy throughout the day. Might as well if I'm gonna live forever.
Love that for you. So that was the great Rose Devane's daily routine. Thanks for sharing, Rose.
Of course. Now we have to know, what does a regular day for Blair Thorne look like?
Okay, so my mornings always begin with me hitting the snooze button 5 or 10 times before I can drag myself out of bed and into the shower.
Relatable.
Yeah, I already have trouble getting up as it is, and saffron and wormwood really don't make it any easier. It's not my fault they're so cuddly.
Those are her cat familiars, by the way.
Yep, love those fur balls to death. Anyway, once I'm out of bed, I cast a little acceleration charm on myself so I can speed through getting ready. Otherwise, I'm late for work.
You can always try going to bed a little earlier.
But where's the fun in that? Besides, I like racing against the clock.
Oh, right. You actually commute by broom.
Yep, good old Starspire always gets me to work on time.
Blair gave me a ride on Starspire once. I got motion sickness. Ugh.
She definitely isn't for the faint of heart.
You'd have to be half insane to even think about getting on that thing.
I live for the thrill.
Okay. So, what do you do for breakfast then?
I usually grab a caramel macchiato and a muffin from the cafeteria. Wednesdays are my favorite because that's when they serve blueberry muffins.
That is a lot of sugar to start your day. How do you stay so thin?
I burn off a lot of manna after work, and manna runs on calories.
Somehow, I find that hard to believe.
I mean, genetics also plays a big part, but the math is true. If you want to cast some big spells, you need a lot of manna. And for that, you need extra calories.
Right.
So I get to work at 10:30 and get off around 7:30, so about the same time as you. Then I grab some takeout on the way home, shower, have dinner, and then the real fun begins.
Oh boy.
So my true passion has always been potionary, because it's like the most fascinating element of witchcraft ever. There's just so many things you can do with even a basic brewing kit.
I've seen your brewing station. It's pretty impressive.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really proud of it. So that's pretty much all I'm doing after work. Experimenting with different systems and combinations, trying to fix failed recipes, all that fun stuff.
Any special projects at the moment?
Oh, I'm working on like 5 right now. I've probably mentioned a few of them to you already, but guess which one I'm the most excited about?
Is it the flower rejuvenation brew?
That's a close second. It's actually the hair loss elixir. I'm so close to making a breakthrough.
Huh.
What?
Sorry, it's just... I guess I was just expecting something a bit more unconventional from you.
Yeah, it's definitely not my usual type of brew, but I really wanted to make something that could be used by pretty much anyone. I mean, alopecia doesn't discriminate.
I know some elder vampires who suffer from hair loss. They go to incredible lengths to hide it.
I didn't know that. Every vampire I've met had a beautiful head of hair.
Such is the power of conjuring. But what's lost can never be replaced.
Aw, but if I can actually perfect this brew, that may change for good.
You crack the code behind hair loss prevention, and you're going to be laughing your way to the bank, guaranteed.
See, here's the thing though. I'm not working on just prevention. I'm working on regrowth.
Well, now that would certainly be revolutionary. And you're saying you're close to figuring it out?
Very. I've ran about 350 trials this month alone, and they've all been very promising. Out of the 50 specimens I've tested, 35 of them demonstrated hair regeneration at a remarkable rate. It's like super mind-blowing.
Specimens?
Oh, don't worry. I don't conduct experiments on actual living things. I create organic mediums and run tests on those instead. I just call them specimens out of convenience.
Fascinating.
Thank you. I think so too. Sorry, let me stop myself before I start nerding out hardcore.
Oh, I don't mind. This is all very interesting. How much time do you spend brewing in a day?
It really depends. If I'm in the zone, I can literally mix and tinker for hours on end. Sometimes I forget to eat. Or sleep.
You need to eat and sleep.
I know. But I just love brewing. It's seriously my favorite thing to do. I get excited even when a potion doesn't work out, because that just means I get to try something new.
So this is what you meant when you said you burn a lot of mana after work.
Yes. Brewing does require enchantments too, and I do a lot of them.
Do you do anything to wind down after you're done with your experiments?
Ooh, actually, I do. I light some incense and take a bubble bath.
That sounds very nice.
It is. Sometimes I fall asleep in the tub, so Wormwood always watches over me, in case I start drowning.
Good kitty.
He sure is. Saffron, on the other hand, would call it natural selection if I actually ended up drowning.
I like how Saffron always plays the grumpy misanthrope, but it's so evident how much she adores you.
Don't say that in front of her, though. She'll bite you.
Was there anything else you wanted to share about your daily routine?
No, I think that's pretty much it. I usually do the same thing every day.
Same here. I like consistency.
Okay, but here's a question I just want to throw out there for fun.
Sure.
Which of us do you think has it harder day to day?
You mean in terms of work?
I mean more in general. Like, what are some daily struggles for you as a vampire that a witch would never have to worry about?
Well, the most obvious thing would be aversion to sunlight. Again, exposure isn't fatal, but it can get very uncomfortable. It varies for every vampire, but I get stomach cramps.
Oof, not fun.
I'm fine as long as I'm covered up sufficiently.
Yeah, but no one wants to wear a fur coat in the summer.
Nope. If there's one thing I envy about humans, it's that they can frolic about a beach in swimsuits with the sun beating down on them. If I wanted to rock a bikini, I'd have to fly over to Iceland.
That really sucks. Although a swimsuit photo shoot with you against an Arctic backdrop would be absolute fire.
That gives me some ideas.
Okay, so what's another vampire struggle?
Limited dining options, I guess. It's already hard enough for vampires to find good spots in the city, and I'm a vegan vampire at that.
Not too many places serve vegan blood, huh?
No, just a tiny handful, and half of them aren't even that great. You see why I make all my meals at home?
Right, I can imagine that going out with your vampire friends or going on dates can be a bit difficult.
Exactly. My friends are very supportive, but the places they frequent don't have any vegan options.
Why not?
Because they're all run by purists who think the old ways are infallible.
Ah.
Yeah, so when I'm with my friends, it's either I go with them to one of our old haunts and drink club soda all night, or we go to a subpar vegan place.
Drinking club soda all night at a bar sounds really depressing.
Not necessarily. I have my ways of jazzing it up. It's just, if you're drinking bubbles all night, you're gonna have gas. That's not fun.
How do you go about making club soda more drinkable?
2 words. Blood capsules.
Oh? Are they like drink mixes for vampires?
Precisely. I always have some on me whenever I go out.
So how do they work? Do you just drop one in the glass and watch it dissolve like Alka-Seltzer?
That's basically it. I usually drop in 2 because I like it strong. Also, they come in many different flavors. I'm very partial to lemongrass these days.
That sounds yummy. I mean, if I were a vampire, of course.
Are you interested in being turned? Because I can arrange that for you.
No, goodness, that's not what I meant.
I'm just teasing, doll.
It's hard to tell sometimes. Your poker face is impenetrable.
I do like watching people squirm under my gaze.
Okay, so going out with friends can be challenging, but you at least have your own way of joining in on the revelry. How does that carry over to going on dates?
Well, it's obviously less trouble if I'm going out with another vampire. But when it comes to non-vampiric folks...
Right, and I'm guessing it's particularly challenging with humans.
See, half the struggle is in dining. If neither of us had to eat regular food, there wouldn't be any issue. But the sad truth is, I can't stomach most human cuisine. The most I can handle is certain sweets.
Like the blood orange bonbons.
Yeah, and I can also eat fruits and vegetables with measure. But you go to most human restaurants and pretty much everything is cooked in garlic and butter. Those are 2 things that should never go inside a vampire.
So the movies also got it right about vampires and garlic.
Yeah, except garlic isn't actually toxic to us. We just can't digest it. Same goes for butter.
Gotcha.
There was also this one guy that I went out with a few years back who insisted that I treat him to some blood. Said he wanted an authentic vampiric dining experience.
Sounds like he needed to see someone.
He was unsettling.
So did you, give him a taste of the old Dracula juice?
No, of course not. I wasn't trying to ruin the poor man's life.
So just so you guys know, the blood that vampires drink is actually synthesized with pig blood.
Yes, we don't source human blood from hospitals or blood drives like the urban legends say. The blood is from pigs or wild boars if you're bougie. And it's very, very high in purine.
And what does that mean?
It means drinking just 1 quart can literally cause gout in humans. They don't have the metabolism to break down such a heavy concentration of purines like vampires can. So it all just crystallizes in the bloodstream rapidly. And next thing you know, you're walking on crutches.
That's actually kind of terrifying.
Yeah. This is exactly why it's illegal for humans to consume blood meant for vampires. It's not regular pig blood anymore. There's a chock full of substances pumped in there to sustain vampires, and a lot of that stuff is not agreeable with humans.
Wow. So what would happen if a witch drank that blood?
Whatever you're thinking right now, please rethink it.
Hey, I'm just curious. Doesn't mean I'm actually gonna do it.
It would be extremely painful. Let's just leave it at that.
Duly noted.
So what about you, Blair? What do your daily supernatural struggles look like?
Well, I guess one inconvenience is that I'm not allowed to park my broom in regular parking lots.
Why's that?
Because enchanted brooms like Starspire aren't categorized as vehicles.
But you literally use her for transportation.
That's what I'm saying. But no, she's actually classified under extra reality object.
Ugh, that term alone just stinks of bureaucracy.
You can say that again. So because she's an extra reality object, I need a special permit that allows me to use her in base reality, which is a fancy term for the human world. And I have to get that renewed every 5 years. And that's just the permit for ownership. If I want to actually fly on Starspire, I need a separate transit permit that I have to get renewed every year. And those documents aren't cheap. They really add up.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do? The automotive industry lobbies heavily against enchanted transportation. It's why so many witches today just drive cars instead.
But not you.
God, no. Someone's got to keep the tradition alive, Besides, I hate cars. They make me claustrophobic.
I'm not a fan of riding in cars either, unless it's a limo with cushy seats.
I could probably get behind that too. But man, nothing beats flying around on a high-octane broomstick. I feel so unfettered every time I take her out for a ride.
Have you ever gotten pulled over?
No, never. The cops don't bother because they'll never be able to catch me anyway.
Just be careful out there.
Always.
Okay, so restricted parking space is one. What's another inconvenience or struggle for witches?
Sometimes my mana levels really take a hit when the weather gets really bad. Like when it starts raining really hard.
Is that a sensitivity that's particular to you, or is it common amongst witches?
It's a pretty common witch thing, yeah. It varies depending on your physiology and the kind of witchcraft you practice, too. Like, a witch that specializes in ice magic will not be a happy camper in raging hot New Mexico weather. Yeah, we have a name for this, too. It's called body external misalignment, or BEM for short.
BEM.
Yep, all witches are born with it. But it makes sense because we draw our powers from the natural world, and every witch is marked with an elemental force upon birth. So if we come in contact with elements that deviate from our natural mana disposition, there's going to be some problems.
So that's why you always look so depressed on rainy days.
Yeah, I mean, I have ways of dealing with it, but if we're having a full-on thunderstorm, then I'm completely checked out for the rest of the day.
That's rough.
I'm used to it by now. Once the storm lifts, I'm right back to normal.
So then, what's the best way to deal with this?
There's no real remedy for it other than taking it easy. There are supplements that supposedly help with symptoms, but there's no evidence to vouch for their efficacy.
You don't really take anything for it.
Nope, just lots of tea and madeleines and massage chair sessions. Plus, cuddles with saffron and wormwood.
Right. You asked earlier about which of us might have it harder every day.
Yeah.
Now that we've opened up about it, who do you think deserves that distinction?
Oh, you totally win. Sunbathing doesn't give me any cramps.
But I don't have to deal with something like body external misalignment that can render me damn near incapacitated on a literal rainy day.
At least I can eat garlic bread.
All right, smartass.
Okay, so I was thinking we could play a short game before we wrap things up.
Depends. I'm not in the mood for something like Truth or Dare.
Well, I was going to suggest Would You Rather, the Supernatural edition. But if you're not willing, then...
Fine, we can play.
Yay! Okay, so I actually pulled these questions randomly from a website. Here's mine, and here's your half. There you go.
Would you rather... Oh, God. You aren't expecting me to actually read these out, are you?
I can always go first.
Please.
Okay, my first question is, would you rather eat a tub of crushed garlic or drink a shot of contaminated blood?
Disgusting. Absolutely vile.
You gotta pick one.
Okay, I'll go with the contaminated blood. At least I'll be able to keep it down.
Okay, hit me.
Oh, God.
Come on, let's hear it.
Would you rather be burned at the stake or dissolved in a vat full of acid? Can we even air this?
Ooh, I love that one. Let's see. I think I'll go with the acid because getting burnt alive is so 16th century. In terms of pain and suffering, they're like 50-50. But in terms of style, yeah, death by acid is way more exciting.
You are so weird.
Okay, next question. Would you rather take a shower in hellhound drool or bat urine?
Be honest. You wrote these, didn't you?
No, I swear I didn't.
Okay. Keep playing innocent, but I'm on to you. Hellhound drool, I guess, 'cause it's really, really hard to get rid of the smell of bat piss. That shit stays on you forever. All right, shush. Would you rather sacrifice your familiars or your parents? Well, that got dark really quickly.
Oh, no. Oh, man. That one's hard. That one's really hard. Ooh.
No backing out now.
Okay, saffron, wormwood, If you're listening, I love you two very, very much. And I just want you to know that this is just a game, okay? My answer is familiars.
Someone's sleeping on the couch tonight.
Well, I can conjure my familiars again when they expire, but I can't do that with my parents. It's a purely logical decision.
Sure. Tell that to the cats.
Okay, would you rather give up sunscreen or give up romance for the rest of your life?
Romance.
Wow, that was fast.
A vampire with no access to sunscreen is as good as dead.
Okay, what's the last one?
Would you rather date a necromancer or a mama's boy?
That's the best one by far.
The real question is there really a difference?
Oh, man. I think I will go with the mama's boy.
Really? You gotta be careful what you wish for.
Shouldn't we all? And unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today's episode. Rose, any final words before we sign off?
Never play Would You Rather with Blair. It's bound to get 100% unhinged.
I swear, I didn't write these questions.
Sure, doll.
Either way, thank you guys for joining us on another episode of Brewed and Bitten. Stay warm, and we'll see you again very soon. I'm Blair.
And I'm Rose. Sweet dreams, everyone.